about the speaker. So today's topic is on climate and soil requirements, planting methods, and cropping systems in banana by K. Mamatha.
ముందు సార్ కూడా లేదు, రేపు మార్నింగ్ వస్తారని అడిగారు. రాగానే వస్తామని హారిక, ఏం సార్ మీరు ఇప్పుడు వెళ్ళిపోతారా అంటే, ఏం సార్ మీరు ఇప్పుడు వెళ్ళిపోతారా అంటే అన్నారు. మేము అలా అడిగామని చెప్పి ఒక అరగంట ఆడిచి అప్పుడు వెళ్ళిపోయారు.
Shubhodaya, please mute your mobile.
Today's speaker is Dr. K. Mamatha, Principal Scientist, Horticulture, and she has completed her graduation from Acharya Engineering Agriculture University and post-graduation from University of Agriculture Sciences, Dharwad. And she started her career as a subject matter specialist in horticulture at Krishi Vighyana Kendra, Ahmedabad, Valsa, under Angro in 2002 year. Later, she posted to HRS Kovvur in 2008, and presently she is working as principal scientist under Eclipse on tuber crops at Kovvur. Coming to the contributions, she has contributed as associated and also maintained the conservation and characterization of 110 accessions of banana germplasms and standardization of different technologies in banana from 2008 to 2013. From 2014 to till date, she worked as PI for the scheme ACRIP on tuber crops and standardized cropping systems in elephant foot yam and greater yam production and protection technologies in tuber crops. She also standardized organic cultivation practices in elephant foot yam, Colocasia, and also Diascorea. She also conducted extensive surveys in agency areas of Andhra Pradesh and collected different species of tuber crops. And she also maintained a large germ pool of tuber crop germplasms and deposited at NBPGR and also obtained IC numbers for all the germplasm. She has generated several open pollinated seedling progenies in elephant foot yam with an objective to develop high-yielding lines suitable for the export. She also associated with the development and release of one banana, one colocasia, one greater yam, one cassava, and one sweet potato variety, and also one greater yam is under pipeline. She also published 45 articles in both national and also international journals. She has published 2 books and also book chapters and 8 technical bulletins, 21 popular articles. She received her member, her team. She acted as a team member in receiving the Best ACRIP Center twice under ACRIP on tuber crops for the year 2013 to 14 and 2022 to 23 from DDG, SCR New Delhi. She also received several awards as a best oral as well as a poster presentation awards. She also guided 2 MSc and 1 PhD student and acted as an advisory member for 3 PhD students and also 2 MSc students. With this brief introduction, I request Mamatha Madam to take today's lecture on climate and soil requirements, planting methods, and also cropping systems in banana. Madam, please continue today's lecture, madam.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vinay Kumar Reddy, for your brief introduction. And first of all, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to give a lecture on soil, climate, and planting systems in banana as a part of Dr.YSRHU year of banana. And actually, this topic would have been in the beginning because I was having some meeting on the same day. I could not give the lecture. I'm very sorry for that. And coming to the topic, actually, our internet connection is very poor, so I'm keeping my video off. Is it visible, my slide?
No, madam.
Is my sliding?
Visible కాలేదు మేడం, presentation mode like స్క్రీన్ షేర్ అవ్వలేదు ఇక. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు వస్తుందండి, షేర్ అవుతుంది. నౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ విజిబుల్. స్లైడ్స్ మూవ్ అవుతున్నాయా లేదా ఒకసారి చూడండి, చెక్ చేయండి మేడం.
Is it in slideshow mode?
నో మేడం.
Now is it visible?
It is visible, madam, but it is not in the slideshow mode.
Slideshow. ఇప్పుడండి ఇన్ స్లైడ్ షో.
ఇప్పుడు లేదు మేడం, రావట్లేదు. స్లైడ్స్ మూవ్ అవుతున్నాయా లేదా ఒకసారి చూడండి మేడం. స్లైడ్స్ మూవ్ అవుతున్నాయా లేదా ఒకసారి చెక్ చేయండి.
మూవ్
నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్
అయిందండి. నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్కి వెళ్ళాను.
లేదు మేడం, ఇంట్రడక్షన్ అంటే ఉంది, ఇంట్రడక్షన్ చూపిస్తుంది అది.
ఓకే, స్టాప్ చేసి మళ్ళీ షేర్ చేస్తాను.
ఇప్పుడు వస్తుంది మేడం. కమింగ్. నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్ పెట్టండి మేడం. నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్
పెట్టానండి. మూవ్ అయిందా? సెకండ్ స్లైడ్
వస్తుంది. స్లైడ్ మూవ్ అయింది.
ఓకే
ఓకే మేడం, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Now coming to the topic, climate, soil requirements, planting methods and cropping systems in banana. Banana, we all know that it's one of the important fruit crops grown in tropical and subtropical regions of the world, which is originated from the Southeast Asia. And the global bananas and plantains, we all know that they are the important staple food crop for millions of people in the developing countries. So it is grown in more than 130 countries across the world. In an area of about 5 million hectares, with the production of 119.83 million tons, which is giving a value of 40 billion US dollars. It's an excellent source of potassium, protein, and carbohydrates, and also contains. It is having very negligible amount of fat. Here we can see that India is having the maximum share in banana production. Here, followed by China. Coming to the production of banana in Andhra Pradesh, in India, it is grown in it's grown in almost Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Assam, Tamil Nadu, Bihar, Odisha, West Bengal, and Gujarat. So among all the varieties, even though in India, it is a home of different wide range of Musa cultivars with genomic status, different genomic status, and diverse agroclimatic regions. According to the local needs. Though more than 20 varieties are grown commercially, Cavendish banana is having the major share, that is about 63% of the banana production in India, which is mainly due to short duration, maximum high yielding capacity, wide market acceptability, and also high economic returns per unit area. And Povan is also which is another important variety, cultivar, which is commercially grown in different regions due to its wider adaptability, and also mainly due to its tolerant to drought and other biotic factors. So Rastali is also another important specific the market. Other varieties are grown in a variety of soils like clay soils and alluvial soils, black loams, coastal sandy loams, as well as red lateritic soils. The banana growing soils should be 0.5 to 1 meter in depth, which should be rich and well drained, which containing plenty of organic matter. The pH of the soil should be 6.5 to 7.5. Coming to the climatic conditions, this banana crop performs very well under this tropical conditions. Even it can be cultivated in semi-arid or subtropical conditions. In India, it is being cultivated in different climatic ranges, climatic conditions ranging from humid tropical conditions to dry, mild subtropics. The maximum optimal temperature for growing banana is about from 13 degrees centigrade to 38 degrees centigrade with a relative humidity of 75 to 85%. And maximum growth is better with the temperature range of 25 to 30 degrees centigrade, even though they are cultivated in the temperature range of 10 to 40 degrees centigrade. Under cooler climate, that is about less than 10 degrees centigrade, the crop duration gets extended and also the growth will also be very poor and the bunch emergence also gets affected. Not only that, the lower temperature also leads to the malformation of the bunches, and also high temperature leads to scorching of the leaves with high transpiration ratios. The details will be seeing in the later slides. And the wind is also having some effect on the growth and production of banana. And the rainfall required for banana is 1,700 mm, which is throughout the year. It cannot tolerate the dry period more than 3 months. Similarly, the floods or cyclones or water stagnation may also cause many damages to the banana crop. This is the climatic range of where banana is grown in a different agroclimatic regions of the country, where the temperature ranges from 7 degrees to 46 degrees centigrade, whereas the rainfall ranges from 68 centimeters to 326 centimeters. Coming to the banana growing conditions in Andhra Pradesh, it is being cultivated in different regions like humid tropical region, in coastal region, to arid tropical region and Rayalaseema regions. Here in Andhra Pradesh, the average rainfall ranges from 500 mm in Anantapur district, which is an arid tract, and it is about 1,100 mm in rainfall in East Godavari district, which is a humid tract. So most of the 70% of the rain is received through southwest monsoon, that is from June to September, whereas 25% is received through northeast monsoon, that is from October to December. And the remaining is the summer months. In summer also, we may receive some rainfall through summer showers. The average minimum temperature which is recorded in Andhra Pradesh is ranges from 12.5 degrees to 21.3 degrees centigrade, whereas the maximum temperature ranges from 34.2 degrees to 44.8 degrees centigrade, with the summer temperature crossing 45 degrees centigrade. And summer gales and thunder showers are also very common during March to June, and cyclonic storms are common during rainy season, mostly in coastal areas. Summer gales and thunder showers are very common. The average span evaporation readings also ranges from 1,654 mm in coastal area, whereas 1,841 mm in Rayalaseema region. This is the effect of temperatures in banana, which affects the growth and productivity. Here we can see that 0 degrees centigrade, there is a complete, there won't be any crop. At 6 degrees also leaf chlorophyll destruction can be seen. At 30 degrees centigrade, the minimum growth is seen in some areas, whereas the optimum temperature is 27 to 33 degrees centigrade. Whereas from 34 degrees centigrade, the physiological heat stress starts, and 38 degrees, totally the growth will be stopped. The same thing we can see in this graphical representation, that is where that growth for banana can be seen from 10 degrees to 40 degrees centigrade. Coming to the effect of high temperatures in banana, when the temperatures are crossing 38 degrees centigrade, slowly we can observe the high temperature effects, starting from drying of the leaves from youngest leaves, that is unopened leaf, reduction of foliage and also bunch size. Necrotic spots are seen on the pseudostem, and reduction of fruit size and fruit cracking is also observed in some cases. These are the photographs where we can see premature breaking of bunch, and the drying starts with the youngest leaf, and the down one, that is necrotic spots on the bunch. stalk. Here we can see the reduced fruit size. Here we can see the fruit cracking, where the high temperatures which are followed by sudden rainfall or irrigation, we can observe this type of symptoms. And here we can see the complete drying of the crop where the temperature crosses 48 degrees centigrade, which is observed in HRS Kovvur. Coming to the varietal response, the Grandine and Tala-Chakarkeli are highly susceptible to the high temperatures, whereas Karpur Chakarkeli and Yangapi Cayman 5 varieties can tolerate high temperature to some extent. So how we can manage when the temperatures are more than 45 degrees centigrade? The frequent irrigations should be given at least once in every 3 to 4 days. And also when the crop is at shooting stage, the bunches should be covered with the dry leaves, and if required, alternate sprayings with potassium nitrate and also sulfate of potash at the rate of 5 grams per liter should be given at every 15 days interval. And also harvesting, while harvesting also care should be taken that the harvesting should be done preferably in the early hours. Coming to the effect of low temperatures on banana, if the day temperatures are below 18 degrees centigrade, especially in Andhra Pradesh state, the plants exhibit nutrient deficiencies, especially potassium, because at lower temperatures, the plants will not be able to take the nutrients, absorb the nutrients from the soil. So we'll be observing many micronutrients and also potash deficiencies observed. And the low temperatures also results in a reduction in leaf number and also leaf size. And there will be the growth of the plant is also very slow, which results in difficulty in the bunch emergence. Especially this Cavendish varieties, Tala-Chakarkeli and red banana are highly susceptible to low temperatures. Whereas Karpur Chakarkeli, Amritpani and Karpur Valley group can tolerate the low temperatures to some extent. When the low temperatures are observed, the rate of appearance of new leaves is because the rate of appearance of the new leaf is only the measure for the progression of the plant growth in and towards maturity. When the temperature is goes on decreasing, the growth also, because the growth we can see when the temperature is about 28 to 30 degrees centigrade, you can observe that the plant emerges 4 to 5 leaves in a month. That is approximately 1 leaf in a week. When the temperature goes beyond 18 degrees centigrade, that is the day temperature, so it gives only 2 to 3 leaves in a month. That is each in once in 15 days we can observe the leaf emergence, new leaf emergence. So these are the effects of low temperature, especially in banana. Here so how we can manage the low temperatures? To mitigate the low temperatures, the frequent irrigations should be given. If wherever it is possible, we can go for high density planting. That is paid row planting or 2 or 3 suckers per hill. That we'll be discussing later. And when the crop is in bunch stage, that is bunch maturity stage, or when the bunches are emerged from the plants, it should be covered with 2% ventilated polythene covers, so that there will be a microclimate will be developed, resulting in increase in the bunch weight. Not only that, by covering the bunches with bunch covers, we can also the pest problem can also be overcome by using this bunch covers. Apart from that, spraying with the sulfate of potash at the rate of 5 grams per liter at 5 and 25 days after last hand opening is also recommended to overcome the low temperature stress in banana. When, as we discussed, my nutrient deficiencies are very common during the winter months. So to mitigate this, the micronutrient deficiencies, spraying with Arca Banana Special or any micronutrient mixture has to be done at the rate of 5 grams per liter. And in the, during the winter months, we will also observe the premature ripening of the fruits, due to which there will be very loss to the farmers because due to the low price in the market. So when we observe this premature ripening with the potassium dihydrogenase and orthophosphate at 2 to 3 at 7 to 10 days interval, so that the premature ripening will. Coming wind damage is also banana crop is also very prone to wind damage, where severe winds are again. Wind velocity depends on its velocity and in combination with other factors cause variable damage to the banana plants. Light winds, it varies with the wind speed. Light winds only shred the leaves, interfering with the metabolism, and the stronger winds may twist and distort the ground. When the wind speed is at 30 kilometers, they only shred the leaves. Whereas when the wind speed is 40 kilometers per hour, then we can observe the breakage of the petiole. Whereas the wind speed is more than 40 kilometers, then the complete uprooting of the plantation will take place. Especially when the crop is in bunch emergence stage or bunch maturity stage. These winds are very common, mainly during the summer months. It also varies with the damage, also varies with the varieties also. Because the taller varieties like Karpur Chakarkeli are very prone to, very sensitive to this wind damage, Amrutapani or Karpur Chakarkeli, whereas dwarf Cavendish and Granvan varieties, in some cases, they can tolerate to some extent. Here, in case of Martavan and Kovvur Banta, if the wind velocity is more than 60 kilometers per hour, which are followed by the heavy rains, then complete uprooting of the plants takes place. This dwarf Cavendish variety can withstand the winds even up to 70 kilometers per hour, but it suffers more because of leaf shedding at lower wind velocities. This leaf shedding also, it's a very big problem because for optimum yields in banana, we require about 10 to 12 leaves at flowering and 6 to 9 leaves at harvest, which are essential for good bunch maturity and filling. When the leaf shedding occurs, it leads to drying of the torn leaves and also may account for up to 33% yield loss due to reduced photosynthetic efficiency and disruption in translocation of photosynthesis to the bunch. So even though in varieties like dwarf Cavendish, the damage is only seen in like leaf shedding, the yield reduction will be there up to 30 to 33%. So planting of windbreaks will mitigate the loss to some extent. And in some cases like tall varieties like Karpur Chakarkeli or Mortaman, we have to give the propping or support to the banana plants. Coming to the floods or cyclone effects, water logging is also detrimental to the growth and productivity of banana. It is highly variable because the damage is highly variable and it depends mainly on the cultivar and also phenological stages of the crop, duration and also level of submergence. Because the Kesikeli, that is Karpur Chakarkeli variety, can tolerate the water logging when compared to the other varieties like Thala Chakarkeli, Grandne, and cooking varieties like Kovvur Banta and dwarf Cavendish. So this water is stagnated. If the water is stagnated for more than 2 days, the reduction starts from and the growth of the banana plants starts reducing, and there will be severe stunting of the plant, and prolonged waterlogging for more than 3 to 4 days results in the death of the plant. So not only that, this flood or waterlogging conditions also causes means predisposes the plants to rhizome rot or foliar diseases like Segutoka or Cladosporium or any other disease, mainly because of these floods or cyclones. Here we can see the flood affected banana plants. Here we can see the 1 month old plants. Here, this is the third photograph is the Thala Chakarkeli banana plantation, which has been submerged for 2 to 3 days. You can see the yellowing of the leaves and the complete damage of the crop. Here we can see the which 2 to 3. You can see the Kovvur Chakrakeli. This is the month world plantation. The second one is the management of cyclone affected banana plants. When the banana crop is at 2 to 3 months old, if the plant is complete, the plants will die. So then we cannot do anything because this the plant will not revive. So in that cases, fields should be allowed to dry and subsequently planting of any again replanting, new planting has to be taken. వినిపిస్తుందా బానే?
మేడం చెప్పండి.
And when the crop is at shooting and bunch development stages.
మేడం ప్రెజెంటేషన్ రావట్లేదు.
అండి
పవర్ పాయింట్ రావట్లేదు. మళ్ళీ స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేయండి.
చేశానండి, రాలేదా?
వస్తుంది. ఓకే.
And when the crop is at shooting and bunch development stages, and if the stagnation of water is for more than 5 days, and that time foliar sprays should be given with potassium nitrate at the rate of 5 grams per liter, along with sticking agents, and that at an interval of 8 to 10 months. That is when the crop is at shooting or bunch development stage. In between these foliar spray, micronutrient sprays should also be given at the rate of 5 grams per liter. And when the bunches are coming to the nearer to the maturity in flood affected areas, the crop should be harvested and marketed as early as possible to prevent the premature ripening and rapid spoilage due to decay. And apart from that, the foliar sprays should also be given with the potassium nitrate at the rate of 5 grams per liter, and application of booster dose. And when the crop, after flooding, we have to drain the water and allow them to dry for 2 to 3 days. And after that, booster dose of fertilizer at the rate of 100 grams urea and 80 grams potash should be given as an additional dose. So, and apart from that, we have to control the diseases like Segatoka and also Rhizomra disease. The elevation, the banana plant can be grown at all altitudes about up to 1,200 mean sea level, whereas some varieties like Sirumala and Virupakshi are grown at higher altitudes in Tamil Nadu region, which are known as, which are commonly called as hill bananas. Coming to the planting methods, these are the varieties in Andhra Pradesh, which are commonly grown in Andhra Pradesh: Kovvur Chakrakeli, Tala Chakrakeli, Grand 9, Dwarf Cavendish, and Kovvur Mamatha. I think all these photographs, I think you have seen in the previous lectures. These are all the varieties. Fayadri, it's a dual purpose tetraploid. It is a hybrid, which is resistant to rhizomra. Coming to the planting methods, banana crop can be planted throughout the year, that is from June to September, which is recommended for mainly to Cavendish varieties to avoid the leaf spot diseases. Coming to the propagation methods, previously actually farmers use the suckers from high yielding and healthy croplands. That is by conventional method. These are propagated through sword suckers. The sword suckers are Sword suckers means these are having వినిపిస్తుందండి?
వినపడుతుంది. కంటిన్యూ చేయండి.
Here you can sword suckers. Here you can see the difference between the sword suckers and water suckers. These sword suckers are collected from three, which are having the 3 months age, should be collected from the healthy mother plants. These are having the strong base, like rhizome is very large, with the leaves tapering towards the end, which are like sword-like leaves, are to be preferred for planting. As the sword suckers grows faster when compared to the water suckers and come to bearing early when compared to the water suckers. Here, these are the, in the down, you can see the sword suckers. Coming to the preparation of combs for the planting, the damaged portion of the combs should be clearly sliced off, which is called as paring, and the top portion of the pseudostem of the suckers may be given a slant cut, so that it will facilitate easy draining of the plant sap and drain water, leading to successful establishment of the sucker. Coming to the sucker treatment, that suckers should be treated with monocrotophos and 2.5 ml per liter, along with 0.5 grams per liter copper oxychloride, and they should be dipped for 15 to 20 minutes and then planted. Otherwise, also under organic cultivation, also they can be dipped in cow dung slurry with Pseudomonas at trichoderma, and they can be planted. And wherever there is a nematode problem, the carbofuran granules can also be applied in the pit before planting. In coastal regions of Andhra Pradesh, the top portion of the sucker is retained as it is without any cut while planting, and they are deheaded to 2/3 size in about 20 days when the growth is visible, to maintain the uniform height of the plantations. The other option is tissue culture plants, which are becoming popular among the farmers nowadays, mainly because of its many advantages like virus-free and also synchronized harvest and 35 to 45% higher yields over conventional planting material. These are the spacings which are being recommended for different varieties of banana, like Karpur Chakarkeli, Amrutpani, and Kovvur Banta. The spacing recommended is 2x2 meter spacing, whereas for Tela Chakarkeli and Grandine, it is 1.8 into 1.8 meters. Whereas for dwarf Cavendish, it is 1.5 into 1.5 meters. The gap filling is also very essential because generally the banana suckers strike the roots within 10 to 15 days after planting. So optimum plant population is very much essential to get uniform and higher yields. So gap filling should be done within 20 days to ensure uniformity in the crop stand. So after the pits should be prepared at about after deploughing of the crop, of the soil, and they should be allowed to dry for 10 days before planting. Just before planting of the suckers, the pits should be filled with FIM mixed with neem cake, 1.2 kgs FIM with 250 grams neem cake and 250 to 300 grams of single superphosphate. And while planting also, the banana suckers should not be planted either too deep or too shallow. It should be planted at the center of the pit in such a way that the comb and other 2 inches of pseudostem over it should submerge in the soil. After planting also, the soil around the sucker should be tightly pressed tightly, so that to avoid the spaces, and also to avoid the death of the suckers. This is under normal planting, and to high density planting is also recommended, and it is also proven technology to get more production in unit area when compared to the conventional planting. In bananas, adoption of optimum density is very important for bridging the gap between actual yields and the potential yield of banana from a unit area. Here in under high density planting, there are 3 methods are there. That is planting of 2 suckers per hill, and planting of 3 suckers per hill, and the other one is paid row planting. So by using this technology with 3 suckers per hill, it is spacing of 1.8 into. This is the high density planting methods which are followed in different varieties from 1.2. In paid row planting, 1.2 into 1.2 meters between plant to plant, whereas between 2 rows, 2 meter spacing is followed in grandin, Puvan, and Nepuvan varieties. Coming to 3 suckers per hill, which are planted at a spacing of 45 centimeters with from each pit, 1.8 to 3.6 meter spacing is followed, accommodating 4,600 plants per hectare. Whereas when we plant the 2 suckers per hill and Puvan or Rastali and Andhra bananas, which is the recommendation given by the NRC banana, a spacing of 2.1 and 2.4 meters or 2.1 into 2.7 meters are followed, accommodating 3,525 to 3,960 plants per hectare. This is the recommendation. This is the recommendation given at HRS Kovvur. Like in dwarf Cavendish, a spacing of 1.5 into 1.5 meters. By using this is the normal spacing, we can accommodate 4,144 plants per hectare. Whereas under high density planting, 1 meter into 1 meter into 1.8 meter spacing, we can accommodate 7,440 suckers per hectare. Similarly, in grandin also, under normal spacing, we can accommodate 3,086 plants per hectare, whereas under high density planting of 1.2 into 1.2 into 2 meter spacing, 5,200 suckers per hectare can be accommodated. Similar spacing is followed in Dr.K also. This is the high density planting system that is paid row system of planting, which was recommended standardized at HRS Kovvur. The first one is Dr.K and the second is for dwarf Cavendish. Here we can this is the another method that is 3 suckers per pit. Coming to the cropping systems in banana, we all know that banana is 11 to 12 months old crop and mainly grown as sole crop in many parts of the states. In the past few years, in banana farmers are facing various problems in respect of mainly due to increase in cost of production, maybe due to high cost of inputs or labor cost or more dependency on chemical fertilizers. And also high transportation costs, charges, poor market facilities, and lack of cold storage facilities. So under such situations, the cropping systems like intercrops, taking intercrops are growing banana in a mixed cropping system is very essential to reduce the cost of production. So here we can see some of the cropping systems in banana. So growing intercrops at early stages of the crop provides additional income to the farmers, and in many areas in South India, the vegetables are grown, or it's grown. Banana is also grown as a shade plant for coffee, cocoa, or orange or sweet orange plants. And in West Bengal, many vegetables like brinjal, radish, cauliflower, cabbage, spinach, chili, cucumber vegetables are also grown. And leguminous vegetables, mostly in coastal regions like in Andhra Pradesh, mainly the tuber crops like elephant foot yam, diascorea, and turmeric is also grown. And mixed cropping with the banana, arecanut, coconut is also a common practice in coastal belts of Tamil Nadu and also in Kerala. So these are the different cropping systems in the banana in Andhra Pradesh. Here elephant foot yam, maize as intercrop, marigold, vegetables, turmeric, and papaya. These are the mixed cropping systems in where banana is grown in under coconut, where elephant foot yam is also grown. Here coconut, banana, and greater yam. Here coconut, banana, and So this is about the cropping in banana. With this, I conclude my topic, that is climate, crops and production. Banana. Thank you much for giving me this opportunity, and I invite that out.
Hello, madam. Hello, madam.
రవీంద్ర కుమార్ సార్, సిగ్నల్ బాగా ఇంటర్నెట్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉందా ఏంటి?
హలో సార్, వినిపిస్తుందా సార్?
వినపడుతుంది మేడం.
అంటే సిగ్నల్ నెట్ లేదు సార్, ఆఫీస్ నెట్. ఎవరి సెల్ నుంచి వాళ్ళు కనెక్ట్ అయ్యాం, కానీ సిగ్నల్ మమతా మేడం మళ్ళీ లింక్ పోయినట్టుంది సార్.
ఓకే, చేస్తాను.
Sorry, my internet connection has gone in between. వినయ్ కుమార్ రెడ్డి గారు,
మేడం
లాస్ట్ స్లైడ్ వరకు వచ్చిందండి. స్లైడ్ వరకు
స్లైడ్ అవుతున్నాయి మేడం. టర్మరిక్ క్లాప్ అని చెప్పారు కదా.
ఓకే ఓకే,
అన్ని డిస్ప్లే ఫోటోస్ కూడా అన్ని వస్తున్నాయి.
I think I covered all the topics.
క్రాప్స్, ఇంటర్ క్రాప్స్ తోటి అయిపోయిందా మేడం ప్రెజెంటేషన్?
క్రాపింగ్ సిస్టమ్స్ తో అయిపోయిందండి. ఓకే, ఇంకా 1 or 2 స్లైడ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇట్స్ ఓకే. With this, I think we can conclude the. I can conclude the topic on the soil and plant cropping systems in banana. If anybody is having any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Harsha.
Thank you, madam. So if students, any doubts? please ask or post in chat box. Sir, shall we conclude? I think no one is.
Okay.
On behalf of organizing committee, College of Horticulture, Venkatramanagudem, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to Dr. K. Mamatha Madam, Principal Scientist, HRS Kovvur, for delivering a wonderful lecture on climate, soil requirement, planting methods, and cropping systems in banana. Madam, you covered all aspects related to climatic requirement and management of low temperature stress, effect of floods and cyclones, and how to overcome these effects, and spacings, high density planting followed in banana, and cropping systems, mixed cropping systems. You covered all aspects very effectively, madam. Thank you once again from our organizing committee for spending your valuable time for delivering this wonderful lecture. I also convey my sincere thanks to staff members, HRS Kovvur, and teaching staff, especially students, for participating in this program and making a grand success. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Okay.